Gabe Arnold wrestled, but he didn't wrestle last weekend when we wanted to see him wrestle, when he should have wrestled.
Yeah.
Was this a troll?
Yeah, he wrestled against Legal at 84. I'm telling you, they should wrestle him this year.
Well, now at this point, it's
come on, dude. That ain't going to happen.
Why?
For the team, but is that in his best interest?
That's not in his best interest.
Why not?
Well, 74 is probably his best weight class. So, I mean, I hopefully you're advocating him wrestle that weight class. And then 74 just clears out a lot of this year. So why wouldn't you just wait?
Because what if Nelson Brands comes back?
Who did not partake in senior day activities this weekend?
Because it's Iowa wrestling and you're trying to have a good showing, and you've got a guy that he looks like he could be top 5 at 184. Maybe. We don't know for sure. But he's healthy now. And also, he's healthy now. Think about the times where a guy...
That's an argument you make that I actually like that I think is really good.
You're healthy now. He's healthy now. Lineup-wise, I think it makes sense for next year. You're going to want him in the lineup. You're going to want Nelson in the lineup. I think he's going to perform well. You're in a dogfight for a trophy. I think they should wrestle Ben Keeter as well. I think that makes a lot of sense for reasons I talked about, last week. But if you're trying to put your best lineup on the mat, which I think that's part of their ethos, then I think you wrestle. Gabe Arnold should be on your team. He should be a varsity wrestler this year.
I don't know enough about other NCAA individual sports, but I would be interested to see if they preserve or use red shirts the way wrestling does, where a lot of times, even if you're the best guy for your team, they will still redshirt because theoretically you get a full year to get better.
Yeah, I think it probably happens. I think the way they use it in wrestling is rarer. Like, I'm pretty sure, I would assume most other sports, like if you're the best athlete, you're going to get utilized pretty much right away.
But it's different in a team sport because...
In my experience at Michigan, it was like wrestling and football were like the main sports where everyone the norm is that people redshirt their freshman year, and pretty much every other sport, people were like, "Oh wow, you guys redshirt." They were surprised when they found out how common it was that people redshirted.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So I think you use him. I think he's a pretty exceptional wrestler, and I think he's ready. Do you think he's not ready, Ben? Do you think they shouldn't use him?
No, I think he'll be better next year, and especially since he hasn't wrestled the entirety of the year. I think his best weight probably is 74. I mean, I guess if your argument is the injury one that you're making, I actually like that argument that, hey, he's healthy now, you might as well put him in there. But then you think okay, but Mackay graduates, Carter graduates, a bunch of other, I can't think of the rest of them that graduate, but the top 2 graduate. Yeah. Wait till next year.
I always think about
if you actually have inside information that Nelson Brands is going to be back. I mean, maybe that changes my feelings a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't say it's inside information. It's just observing. We all know factually he has another year if he wants it, and we know factually he did not participate in senior day, but Tony Cassiope and Abe Assad did. Ross Bartachek pointed that out, and it's true. So I find that to be notable, and it's possible that Nelson Brand's best weight is 174 as well. So I don't know. Maybe there's a competition there for the 74 spot, and you look at 184 this year. Parker is the big dog, no doubt, but there's a lot of guys with. I mean, Plotz had a good year, Pinto's had a good year, but all these guys they have vulnerabilities. Is that tripping y'all out? For sure. Switching. That's crazy.
I didn't notice.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at the screen and it's just like blink, 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 blink. You keep switching. I know if y'all noticed that too. So yeah, I don't know. I think you use him.
There was one time on the show where Ben talked about, and I'm not going to say that Gabe Arnold, he obviously does not have all the same pieces that Zane Rutherford had, but it really stuck with me once Ben brought up, if Zane redshirted his freshman year, he might have been the GOAT. And that to me sticks out whenever we have this conversation about an athlete who like Gabe Arnold, who his true freshman year is beating All-American level guys at a weight class up. He obviously, I don't know how good he is on top. That was kind of a huge part of Zane and some of these elite guys. But it sticks out in my brain when you think about how elite he is. He has a chance to do crazy things. So
I think that's a great point. I don't disagree with that at all. But the Zane thing's crazy because he was solid on top as a freshman, but he became the transcendent turner after his redshirt year. He was not turning guys like that at all. He was just clinging.
Not at all. He was like a backpack that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about the other backpack because we're going to end up
gas from bottom.
rekindle that
no,
debate.
Don't
Incredible.
do it. Yeah. All right, let's keep.
But they're probably going to. Are they going to use Arnold against Oklahoma State this week?
I would imagine.
I don't think they can. That's the thing. Is that's his last one.
More. He's got one more.
What? How are you counting?
I don't know.
I used my fingers.
Can you count, Christian?
Well,
he didn't know which way was south.
Don't forget he wrestled at the. Because didn't he wrestle one unattached?
Soldier Salute doesn't count.
Right, Luther College Open. That is an event.
Live at Luther College.
Okay. Or Oregon State, Iowa State, Soldier Salute, Iowa, Wisconsin.
Soldier Salute doesn't count. He's unattached.
Because it was after
it's not
semester.
Second
Yes,
semester
it
didn't
is.
start.
It's after first semester, though.
It's considered second semester. I got that clarified.
Okay, so here's one more.
So how do you count, Ben?
Because remember we were saying they're going to use him against
but-
Penn State and Oklahoma State,
Yes.
but to pull a fast one,
Yeah.
nah.
They needed him for Wisconsin.
If he beats Plot, then I say wrestle him.
Okay. I think that's fair. If he beats
Yeah.
Plot, wrestle him. That'll be a great match. Okay.
Wrestle him at 84
Yeah.
That's what
Absolutely.
Christian advocates.
this year.
He is a much
Absolutely.
better bump up from Riggins than he is from Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's probably not best for him individually.
I don't know that.
Well, if he beats
I
Plot, that's
swear.
a solidified number 2 guy.
I swear I think he could place just as high at
True,
84,
true,
74.
because of the weight classes.
Yes. I really believe he could
But
place.
he could place a lot lower at 84 because, like, you look at someone like Foka at 10 or Fishback at 13, and you think, I
agree.
don't know if I'd pick those guys, but
a
that's
whole
a coin
tournament
flip.
at 184 is a lot different than one match at 184 too.
I
That's
agree.
correct. Also,
I agree with
Well, he
that.
would have a couple at 184. He also beat Feldkamp.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying like wrestling at 184 when you're undersized in a whole tournament is a lot harder on your body than wrestling one match in a duel.
How undersized is he now?
yeah.
That's a good
That
question.
he knows he doesn't have to make 174.
I don't know. I wonder what he weighed in at. He doesn't look that small.
Probably 184.
'Cause
But
at the beginning, he was still making 174 as well. But now, if you know you don't have to make 174, obviously he didn't get many months to bulk up and have to cut down to 184. But still,
Tyler, speaking from experience as an undersized 65-pounder who was a 57 wrestling. So you felt some of that pain?
I felt a lot of that pain. Yeah, I felt like it. I don't know. From my personal experience, I was a big first takedown guy,
Yeah.
and then would lose the match. But after getting the first takedown, because I'd get really tired or I'd feel like weak.